everyone, welcome back to the channel, and on this video I'm going to show you how I wire the lights on this RCWPL C24 pickup truck. Alright, so to get started, here's inside here I'm using the Res V3 radio ESC and sound controller all-in-one. And to get a better idea of how the ESC looks like, here's the drawing of how it looks like. And the cool thing about it is that right here, there's a plug, right? A connection for the headlights, the tail lights, the left indicator and right indicator. And the cable that I'm using to plug it into these connections, right, is this wire. I'm using this servo connector, servo plugs, connectors. This is the one I'm using. And if you notice, this one, the regular servers connectors, they have 3 wires, right? Okay, right here, you only need the positive and the negative. So what you need to do is remove one of the wires. I removed the white one, and the way you remove this white cable is that you have to split it, right? You split the cable, and then carefully, right here, let me see if I can get a good view. There's this plastic little tab. Maybe you could see it on the camera, and gently lift it up, right? Lift it up, and at the same time that you lift it up, you pull the white wire. Okay, so that's how you do it, but be gentle because you don't want to break this plastic tab, right? Just lift it and pull the white one. So what I did is I removed the white one, and I also cut it. Right, I cut the cable because this is a little bit too long. So I cut the cable, and I attach on the other side, right, on the other end, right after I cut it, I attach this other cable, which I have it here, and is this cables right here, this little cables. All right, so I attach it at the other end, and these cables are called JST 2 pins because it's a 2-pin. It has 2 pins inside, and it's I'm using the male and the female, both of them. Okay, they come in a package, right? I'm gonna write the description on the description down below so you can check them out. So this is the other connectors that I'm using. So I cut it, I solder it, right? The cable's coming from here, right? This cable is coming from there, right? And then cut it in half, or well, less than half, and then I attach this one, right? This one, this is the male, right? The male JST plug, right? And I also label them. This is the left turn signals, okay? And I did the same thing for the headlights and tail lights. Same thing. This is for the front and back. Okay, and then I have the other one, which I tag it green. This is for the reverse light. Okay, same thing, right? I solder it right here. Okay, and finally I have this is the right turn signals. Okay, and I also have 2 connections. Now the reason I have the 2 connections is because one plug goes to the front turn signal, and the other one is for the back turn signal. So same thing for this other one. Two of them, because one is for the back turn signal and one is for the front turn signal. So that's how it is. And then the speaker wire, right, which is right here. Okay, right here is already, I got already connected here with a zip tie. Okay, it's just loose, but I'm gonna put something to hold it, like a piece of tape or something. Okay, so that's the wiring. And here in the front I have this other connector, right? Another JST male connector, and it's also, this is for the winch, right? Right there, it's for the winch. Okay, so that's that. Now let me move this out of the way, and I'm going to show you the body of the truck. Okay, inside the body, inside the body of the truck, so you can see. Okay, so here, let me split it in half. Okay, so let's start with the back. Okay, so here on the back, I already installed the lights, right? And here's how it looks like from underneath the wires right there. Okay, same thing. Here's the plug. This is the female JST plug, right? Okay, let me get a better view. It's hard to get it on the camera. Okay, right there. Okay, so that's the female plug, and this is for the reverse lights. Okay, right there. Let me get a better close up. Okay, this is the reverse. Okay, and right here I have the this is for the tail lights, right? The red tail lights. Okay, for the red ones. Okay, this is the plug for it. Okay, and the turn signal right here. Okay, right here, this is the turn signal is for the left side turn signal. Okay, and then on the other side I have the same thing, the other plug, and that's for this turn signal. Okay, and the lights that I'm using for this kind of setup, because right here it's a pretty tight spot, right, to connect the lights, right? Very tight spot. The only lights that I do have that they're big, this size, the 5mm. Okay, let me show you. This is the 5mm light, and here I'm gonna show you this car, which is very helpful to find the right size of LED, right? Okay, let me see if I can get a bit good view. So here's the 5mm LED. No, it got blurry right there. Okay, let me see. All right. Okay, so this is the 5mm LED. Okay, so I am using this size, but only for the red light right here, just for the red light. And that was because I didn't have the other lights that I'm gonna show you in a minute. So for the red lights, I'm using this one, the 5mm. Okay, right there for the red light. Now for the turn signals and the reverse light, I'm using a smaller LED, because you cannot, since it's a tight space right here, you cannot fit 3 on a row because they won't fit, right? This is too big. So this is the other LED that I'm using. So it's much smaller. Okay, and let me show you. All right, so here's the other LED, and they come in a package, right? When you buy them, you buy them in a big package, and they'll come with well, this one's the ones that I got, right? They come with the resistors. Okay, this is really nice because you get the resistors too, included with the LEDs. So that's a good thing. The resistors, I didn't use the resistors because the voltage that the ESC puts out is not so high. So the light bulb, it can handle it. It will not burn out, right? So I did not use the resistor, but the resistor is good because, okay, if you're gonna install it in something with a high voltage, then you need to install the resistor. That way you don't burn out the little LED, right? Okay, but in this case, I didn't install it, I mean. Okay, so also I'm going to put it in the description so you can know where to buy it. So here's the LED, and here's again the car. So you can see what size is it, and it's very small, and it's called the nano. Right there, nano size. Okay, there you go, right there. Okay, right there. Okay, sorry about the blurriness, because on the phone it's hard to well, especially my phone, it has a hard time focusing, right? So but that's the size, and very small. Okay, very small size of LED, and but for this projects is perfect because if you can see right there, perfect size, because look, see, perfect size to install it right? So I installed it on the reverse lights and on the turn signals, and I did it on both sides. Okay, perfect size for this kind of jobs. All right, so here's how the mini lights look like. Right here, the top one, it's the signal light. Then the middle one, the stoplight, and then the bottom one, the reverse. All right, and then I put some clear glue around it to secure them much better. Okay, it takes some time. Be patient if you do that, right? Because you gotta let the glue dry out, and you have to be try not to move it so the glue securely dries out. And then now I'm ready for to put the cover, which is going to be this one. I already prepared it. I already painted it. Okay, here's the glue that I use is micro crystal clear. So this is what I use around it. I put glue around the lid, right? Not on the top, but around it, just to hold it in place. Here's the tape that I use, right? This is aluminum tape, right? You can get them at pretty much any store, right? Okay, very flexible. Okay, easy to cut. And what I did is I cut pieces, right? Pieces, small pieces to hold the wires in place, and around it, right, to make it more secure, I also put micro crystal clear glue around it. It's hard to see because once it dries, it's transparent, but I also put that around it. So very nice because it works great to hold the cables in place. All right, so now let me show you the this side, the front of the truck, and underneath. Okay, so here's the my cable for the turn signal, right? This is the left turn signal, and here's the wire right here, the turn signal wire right there, and it goes right here, right there. You can see right here. Here's where I also drill a hole, right? Drill a small hole, and the light is right there. Okay, also I installed the aluminum tape, and also I put that glue, this crystal micro crystal clear, right there. And here's the light right there. Okay, so that's the light, the left turn signal. Okay, and also it has this led. Okay, that's why I like these LEDs, because they're very easy to work with, and they fit in very small places right there. Okay, very nice. So that's the one that I installed right there. Okay, here's the plug, right? And I did the same thing for this side right here. Here's the right side turn signal. Okay, here's the wire right there. And then there's the led right there. Okay, right there. Okay, let me see. Oops. Okay, right there. Okay, so that's where the led is. Okay, right there. Okay, and then the other one right here, this is the headlights. Okay, the headlight plug. And right here, I'm gonna try to get a better view right here, get a close-up. Right here you see the two wires again, is because I also installed the same LEDs. I'm trying to grab it with my fingers, but it keeps slipping. Okay, this same LED is also right here. I drill a hole, and there's one right here, and I solder it to this LED. I solder it, and I did the same thing for this one. It's hard to see because it's covered with hot glue, but there's also another LED here, right here. Here's the LED inside, right? And there's the other LED right here. Okay, so there's also two on the front to make it look more realistic, right? Okay, so that's the LED. And let's see, and then this is the winch plug, right, which is coming from right there. Okay, right there is coming from there, and I drill a hole right here, and that's where it's coming. Okay, right there. Alrighty. Okay, so then that's pretty much it. How the wire is on this in this truck. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put it all together so you can see, right? So you can see how it looks like. Okay, right now, as I was trying to install the bed on the chassis, right, I ran into this problem. The extra piece right here that the bed has, it was getting on the way with the transmission right here on the, you can see right there inside. Even though I lowered the transmission a little bit lower, right, it's still, since it's bigger, it was getting on the way with the plastic right here on the bed. So I had to cut the extra piece. That way now it can go in and there's plenty of room, and the transmission doesn't hit the plastic. Because the problem is that it didn't allow me to put the screw. These screws, I couldn't screw it in the chassis. So because the transmission was pushing it up. So now by cutting this extra piece off the bed, now the bed can go lower and I can screw the screw into the chassis. All right, so okay, so I'm going to continue installing the putting it all together. Everyone, couple things to mention is that the original screw that goes right here, I lost it, so I had to put an extra screw that I had there. So be careful with your screws. The other thing is like, even though I cut the extra piece of plastic right here, as you can see right there, okay, so the transmission could have extra room. Even though I cut it, right, it's a little bit tricky to install this screw, this one and this one. It's a pretty tight space to work with, and you know, even though I cut the extra piece, I was struggling to screw it in the this part, right? I was struggling to screw it in the screw. So what I ended up doing is I loosened this screw, right? This screw and this other screw on the transmission. So right here, the 4 screws on the transmission, I lowered it, I loosened them up, right? This one and this one, and I loosened them up because that way the transmission was able to move, and then since it was able to move, I could pretty much play with it, and so I could find the hole when I was trying to put this screw. So that's something that it will help to loosen the transmission screws on both sides. That way when you're installing this screw, you can see the hole and you can adjust it. So it's it'll help you adjust it and find the spot to put the screw. All right, so okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and install the connect the wires. Alright everyone, I installed everything together, right? I put everything together, I mean. And okay, so I already put the battery, but let me show you right underneath. Okay. Alright, right underneath, I try to hide the cables as much as possible. Okay, make it look more organized, right? So this is how it looks like. Okay, so far. I'm still gonna add maybe some glue to some areas, right, to keep them in place, right? But so far, this is how all the wiring looks like. Okay, and I still have the speaker loose, which I'm going to put some tape on the back to secure it, and maybe put something on the front so if it gets wet, it doesn't get damaged. Okay, but so far, this is how everything looks underneath. Okay, so now let's test it out. All right, so let's go back and connect the battery. Okay, and I still need to also install this, right? I'm going to paint it and then install it. Okay, but for right now, check it out. Right now, look at that. Check it out. In the interior, I know it's hard to see, but right there you can see, okay, you can see the lights blinking in the dash inside. Okay, and right now they're blinking, the lights. Okay, let me get a better view. Right there. Okay, they're blinking because it's not bind, right? You know, I need to bind the radio. Okay, and let's check the front. Okay, oh, okay, let's see. Right there. Okay, check it out. Okay, and I have some the side markers right here. They have a LED too on each side. Right there. Okay, and all right, so that's that. Okay, let me now let me bind the radio. Okay, let's put it here. Okay, let's bind it. Let me turn it back on. And right there. Okay, now it's bind. All right, everyone, I have the pickup truck right there on my turntable. All right, so let's check out the lights. So here's the right turn signal. Right there, you can see it on the front and on the back. Now I'm going to turn the left turn signal. Right there, look at that. Very nice. It looks very realistic, especially with that size of LED. Right, the LED. Right there, you can see the back one too. Very nice. Look at that. Very detailed. Here's the right one. Okay. And the cool thing about it is that you can turn the lights on and off. So here's how you turn it off, and here's how you turn it back on. Right there. Very nice. Okay. I'm gonna start the engine, and I'm going to turn the reverse light so you can see how it looks when I push the reverse trigger. Right there. Oh, I gotta be careful not to drop it. Oh, almost fell. Right there. Right there. There's the reverse lights. Very cool. Okay, I just gotta be careful not to drop it from the turntable. Okay. All right. Again, the lights. Let's test it out. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time carefully so the truck doesn't fall off the turntable. Alright everyone, thank you again for watching this video. If you like this kind of video, please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button, and thank you again, and I'll see you on the next one.